Sigma and Omega males are on opposite ends of the social dominance hierarchy, so many people may assume that their personalities also oppose each other. Whilst there are some differences between the two, there are also many similarities. Sigma and Omega males share more traits than you would think, especially with how far apart they are on the hierarchy. Here at Relentless Man, we're going to be comparing Sigma males with Omega males to see just how similar or different they really are. If you like this video, feel free to hit subscribe and click on the bell to get notified when we upload next. What is a Sigma male or Omega male? Both Sigma and Omega males are essentially personality types in the socio-sexual hierarchy, which ranks men from least socially dominant to most socially dominant. Sigma males are placed at the top alongside alpha males, whilst Omega males are at the bottom of this hierarchy. None of the social dominance archetypes should be seen as bad despite the ranking system, so don't worry too much about where you place. We're just here to talk about two different archetypes and how they compare with one another. There are a few different interpretations of what a Sigma or Omega male is like, but overall, Sigma males are seen as lone wolves with a mysterious air, whilst Omegas are seen as quirky and introverted. Both can be hard to understand. Sigmas have a complex nature and don't often share their thoughts, whereas Omegas usually adopt interests that are more niche, so it can be difficult to relate to them. Sigma male versus Omega male. Since Sigma and Omega males are both similar in some ways and different in others, we've decided to break down their comparison into similarities and differences. First, we're going to start with the things they have in common with each other. Similarities. They're both introverted. Both Sigma males and Omega males are introverted in nature. They prefer being alone most of the time and dislike being the center of attention. Social interaction drains their energy, so they find solitude both comfortable and necessary for recharging their energy. They also have no interest in being popular or well-liked, so things like popularity contests appear insignificant to them. Neither care about others' opinions. Sigma and Omegas don't care about how others view them. They don't care about their reputation, so status means little to them. They also don't feel the need to please others. As a result, they're often immune to social pressure and expectations. They do what they want without worrying about judgment from others. Neither need approval from others. Sigma and Omega males don't desire other people's approval. They don't need validation from others to move forward with a project or action. They're perfectly fine judging their own work and getting approval that way. They trust themselves and their own opinions. They are both driven. Both Sigma and Omega males are driven to accomplish their tasks. They're self-motivated and don't need any pushing to get the job done. Whilst others may need encouragement or leadership from others to complete their goals, Sigma and Omega males are perfectly fine being motivated by themselves. They are both independent. Sigma and Omega males are independent and self-reliant individuals. They work well alone and are skilled enough to reach success without having to rely on others. They prefer solitude, so working alone suits their personality and doesn't hinder their workflow. They like doing things their own way as opposed to following in someone's footsteps. They are both big thinkers. Sigma and Omega males are very analytical in nature and like thinking things through. This means that their actions are often well thought out as opposed to rash or reckless. They like carefully considering the pros and cons before deciding on the best course of action. They live through life thinking deeply about the things they do, making them thoughtful and resourceful beings. They are both artistic. Both Sigma and Omega males enjoy artistic pursuits that involve creativity and a lot of time. They like mental stimulation and the challenge it gives them. Whilst the actual hobbies of the two can differ, the nature of these hobbies are quite similar. We'll talk more about this in detail later in the video. Neither wish to be leaders. Sigma and Omega males aren't the type to enjoy leadership or ordering others around. Neither wish to be leaders of a group and prefer to work by themselves. This isn't necessarily about their capabilities as a leader, It's more about their introverted and independent natures making the job seem undesirable. Both are intelligent. Sigma and Omega males are both highly intelligent people. They're extremely skilled and successful at what they do. They also love learning and improving their knowledge. They usually possess multiple abilities and can do various jobs as a result. This makes them reliable and very useful to others. Neither show arrogance. Neither enjoy flaunting or boasting about their achievements. They're more humble and don't need any ego boosting. They don't feel the need to impress others, so they see no benefit in boasting. They dislike social attention and could care less about other people's opinions of them. They both have few friends. Neither are particularly social, so they often only have a few close friends. These friends are usually very special though, since Sigma and Omega males take the time to cultivate relationships that matter. They're deep and intimate. Sigma and Omega males wouldn't put so much effort into a meaningless relationship. They dislike fake or arbitrary relationships. Both prioritize happiness. Both Sigma and Omega males prioritize their happiness. If they're unhappy in a job or a relationship, they will leave it. They don't feel any pressure to stay in a situation that no longer brings them joy. They like enjoying the things they do, so if they stop getting that enjoyment, they'll want to move on to better things. This can make it hard for them to settle down. Differences. Showing kindness. Omega males are very helpful and kind in nature. They enjoy going out of their way to aid others, whether that be in a task or as emotional support. They don't do this for social approval or admiration, but because they simply want to. Sigma males, on the other hand, don't share this trait. While they can be reliable, they prefer relationships that don't involve such support. They want to be around people who are independent and self-reliant. They don't want codependence. Listening to others. Omega males are great at listening to others in conversation. They pay attention to what is said and are genuinely interested. This is one of the traits that make them so good at giving emotional support. You can vent out your problems or feelings to Omega males and receive comfort in return. Sigma males, however, often avoid idle conversation or gossip. They dislike non-essential chatter, so they're unlikely to participate unless they deem it important. They're quiet in nature and like reserving their words. Interests. Omega males usually have fairly niche interests, such as video games or building models. These things are sometimes stigmatized by society, but Omegas care little about that and don't let it deter them from their hobbies. Their hobbies often take up a lot of their time, which can leave little room for things like relationships. Sigma males have a larger variety of interests. They're known for having many different hobbies because they like excitement and wish to avoid boredom. These interests can range from very popular things like sports to more niche things like chess. They enjoy jumping from hobby to hobby and getting stimulated both physically and mentally. Relationships. When it comes to relationships, things get a bit more complicated. Omega males don't usually seek out many relationships, but they do desire long-term and honest ones. This can be for both platonic and romantic relationships. Sigma males, on the other hand, are harder to define when it comes to relationships. Generally, they also appreciate honest and direct relationships, but unlike Omega males, they sometimes have romantic flings. However, they can seek out more serious relationships and will approach them in a genuine manner. Appeal. Both Omega males and Sigma males are charming in their own way. Omega males are gentle and caring. They can comfort you when you're down through physical affection or thoughtful words. They're sensitive and kind, which makes them very appealing in relationships. Sigma males have a stronger presence and are more charismatic. They draw people to them through their intelligence and mysterious nature. Their mystique fascinates people and makes them want to know more. Overall, Sigma and Omega males are both on the quieter side and prefer being alone. They're quite similar in the way they think and act, especially in regards to work. However, they differ quite a bit when it comes to relationships and the way they treat people. Thanks for watching. We hope this video helped you. If you have any other questions, try checking out our other videos. You might just find what you're looking for.